I'm Steve Johnson, News Director of theDove TV. Watch more videos from the Dove newsroom at theDove.us. Good morning, I'm Steve Johnson with a reminder to get our app on your smartphone or tablet. You can also watch the Dove on our website or on our Roku channel. In the news today, a South Carolina sheriff's deputy who flipped a student backward in her desk and tossed her across the floor for refusing to leave math class could learn today whether he will be fired. The videos of the confrontation between a white officer and black girl stirred such outrage that they have called the FBI and the Justice Department for help in this investigation. Criminal investigation is underway, but the probe generally takes more time, and Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott says once his agency's internal investigation is completed, he will make a decision about whether to keep Senior Deputy Ben Fields on the force. As baby boomers are growing older, a lot are foregoing retirement at the age of 65, and they're continuing to work. A part of that stems from Americans living longer and generally taking better care of themselves. OHSU nursing instructor Jill Eversole is one such older worker, and she cites a study where more employers are recognizing the value of the older worker.
The older workforce is already trained. We really know how to do a lot of things, and we're versatile because we've had this rounded experience. There's a very good report that it was published by AARP, and it talks about the very thing about companies hiring older people and all of the advantages of hiring older people.
Now, the Labor Department estimates that by 2020, 7% of Americans' workforce will be over the age of 65. Book trends are changing almost hourly, according to those in the publishing business, but that shouldn't stop you from writing the great American novel, according to some Oregon publishers. Todd Davies and Midge Raymond were part of the recent Ashland Book and Author Festival, and they say despite the changes in traditional publishing to that based more electronically, there's still demand for a good story. Both say to look for a niche market audience, such as that of comics and graphic novels, which Davies says could find interest.
When we published the Supergirls, there weren't any books on women in comic books. There were no, surprisingly. And of course there was a huge market for it because people want to know about the female characters and what do they mean. So there is a lot of stuff like that that's being ignored by the bigger publishers, which is one of the reasons why independent presses are so important, and small presses. Both
Davies and Raymond say that if you want to write, go for it, while focusing on character development and finding the right publisher for your next epic novel. Well, a teacher at Crater High School has been arrested for sexual misconduct with a student. 52-year-old Jeffrey Robert Zundel booked on several sex crime charges and released. Central Point Police arrested Zundel after receiving a report Monday of his alleged conduct. Well, let's take a look at the weather scene, and we do have a lot of wet weather to tell you about throughout the state. For Northern California and Wairika, expect rain today with a high of 61. Clearing out tomorrow, temperatures could be on the rise to 73 on Saturday before rain coming back in on Sunday again. Moving into the Klamath Basin, a similar picture with rain today and 54 up to 66 and sunny Saturday. Rain coming back in on Sunday with a high of only 47. As we move along the Oregon coastal area, rain for the most part except for tomorrow, a bit of clearing with a high of 64 and then continuing with a high of only 58 on Sunday. As we move into the Bend area of central Oregon, 52 today, good chance of rain. Clearing out somewhat Thursday, Friday, Saturday, still a slight chance of rain on all 3 days. Rain expected on Sunday with a high of 47. And for southern Oregon in the Medford, Grants Pass, and Ashland area, 64 today, up to 70 and sunny on Saturday before rain coming back in, and 56 on Sunday. And that's a look at news and weather right here on the Dove.